Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I want to talk about what's headlining the news today. If you guys follow F1, you will know who Lewis Hamilton is. He is the only black driver, and he's also one of the most greatest drivers of all time when it comes to F1. He holds a bunch of records, and he's still ongoing on setting records. Although I do want to point out that he's not having that great of a season this year, but I mean, I don't think it's really Hamilton to blame. It's really the car that's to blame at the moment. But with that said, I do want to go over some of these allegations that's happening right now. That there are actual racist comments that was um, said towards Lewis Hamilton, and it is really sad to see something like that happen in 2022, especially on a public stage like this. Okay, before we get started today, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell for you to get notified every time I put up a new video. Today, I want to talk about Lewis Hamilton, as I stated earlier, and I'm going to start off by actually going over his records that he has set. I mean, to show how great of a driver this guy is. He has the most wins in Formula One. All right, he has 103 wins so far. Michael Schumacher has 91, and you can right there, Michael Schumacher. Everybody knows who Michael Schumacher is, right? So Lewis Hamilton has 103. Lewis Hamilton also has the most points in Formula One history, most consecutive race starts in Formula One history, most entries with a single engine manufacturer, most consecutive point finishes, total pole positions, most podium finishes, total races finished in the points, highest average points per race started, most consecutive race finishes, total laps led, total races leading every lap, total pole and wins in the same race, and also only driver to win a race in every season completed. It's crazy what kind of record this guy holds. He also holds a lot of records that shared with other people, like most world championships. He's won 7. Michael Schumacher has also won 7. Most wins in the first championship season. Lewis Hamilton did 4. Jacques Villeneuve. I'm horrible at pronouncing this guy's name. Jacques Villeneuve also has 4 as well. Same goes for most wins at Grand Prix, most consecutive wins at same Grand Prix, most consecutive season with at least one Grand Prix win, most podium finishes in a season, uh, and fewest World Championship seasons before first title. So, without even repeating what I just went through, this guy is literally one of the greatest F1 drivers to date. Like I'm sure there are Lewis Hamilton haters out there. There definitely are. I mean, I see those in the comments all the time when I'm watching F1. But like you can't deny the fact that this guy can drive. All right. Now, with that all aside, last year in one of the races, even if you don't follow an F1 race, Max Verstappen is one of the top contenders when it comes to championships now. And last year, Lewis Hamilton and Max were actually battling neck and neck for the championships. And there was one of the races where Lewis Hamilton actually ended up crashing into Max and sent Max off the track. And this is where today's news kind of comes into play. So Nelson Piquet, he is one of the older F1 drivers, who also happens to be the dad of Max Verstappen's girlfriend at the moment. And during a podcast slash YouTube interview in Brazilian, because the guy's Brazilian, um, he happened to, well, the articles say he happened to have called Lewis Hamilton the N word. Boom. Why? Why would you call someone the N word? This is 2022. All right, we're not in the slavery days. It's like that's way in the past. You should not be throwing any type of racial slurs against anybody. Whether it be black, Asian, Indian, whatever it may be. Like you shouldn't be doing any type of racist slurs against anyone. So with that coming out, like F1 condemned him for it. Like Mercedes, McLaren, like all the drivers, they all came out in support of Hamilton, saying, this is not right. We should not be condoning this type of actions and things like that. And Nelson Piquet actually came out and apologized for what he said. And this is exactly what he said. He said, I strongly condemned any suggestion the word was used by me with the aim of belittling a driver because of his skin color. Excuse me? Like, didn't you use the N word? How does that even make sense? So, I dove into this. So, I try to figure out what he actually said in Brazilian. So, according to him, in Brazilian Portuguese, the word that he used is a synonym for guy or a person. Hmm. All right, so I looked into it, and the word that he actually used is Niguinho. I probably butcher the pronunciation, but I'll write it up right here. Um, Basically, according to Urban Dictionary, okay, it's a Brazilian slang for the N word. Okay, I'm not gonna say the word. But in Brazil, they apparently use it without regarding color of the skin. So black, white, whatever it may be. And they use it to greet friends. And it is not an offensive word in Brazil, but sometimes it can be. So I guess it really depends on the context that it's used in. Um, I still think it shouldn't have been the word that he chose to use. Um, Apparently, the literal translation of this word means little black boy. So it's definitely not something that he should have used, even if it's a slang that is used to refer to, many different types of people. Um, do I think he had racial intentions? I personally think so. Does he, is he trying to kind of weasel out of it? Yeah. I really think in this day and age, people need to be smart enough to not use words like this, or we should be getting rid of words like these. Like, why, where in the society do we have place for words like these? All right. That's Let me know what you think. Let me know if he actually meant in a racial way. If you are Brazilian, if you know Portuguese or anything like that, if you want to comment below and tell me, if I interpreted it wrong, if the news media interpreted it wrong, or if you agree with me in saying that you think he did have racial intentions and he should be condemned for it. I mean, yeah, let the comments flow. All right, so I thought I really wanted to go over that today before my main video that's going to be following this up in a couple hours here. So, all right, that concludes today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.